Of yoga as usual. Today is going to be a little bit of a hip opener focus. So not quite a yin practice. Let me just move this back. Not quite a full yin yoga practice, but a nice solid hip opener practice. So that's going to be our focus for today. Let me just get a situation going here. Bum ba bum 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 bum. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? I hope so. Oh, I lost my battery. We're gonna start in 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm gonna make sure I got all my things going here. So if you're gonna practice with us, grab your mat there, get ready, and we'll start going shortly. Move this back a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then this here. Boom. There we go. Getting it all set up. Getting it all set up. I'm going to assume that the sound is good because you can hear me, or at least I know the microphone is going. But I usually check on the computer, and my computer's lagging at the moment. Maybe I'll still be able to do it. So hip openers today. Yesterday we had a very special guest. Madison was there with us, which I hope some of you enjoyed. Seems like she always gets better reviews than I do, that little 4-year-old. Just kidding. Not really. Here, let me see this here. Do. Is that gonna work? I'm gonna take a second. I might not even worry about it. So yesterday we did that, and then today here we are, workshop Wednesday. I have to end just a couple minutes early because I do have a 10 o'clock session that I have to attend right after this. So I'll end at 9:57, let's say. Give me a moment. So with that said, let's go ahead and begin. We'll start right away. Take your feet about shoulder distance. Bring your palms together. Close your eyes, relax the shoulders, start breathing in and out of your nose. Let the shoulders drop down, top of the head float up. Breath smooth. Take a moment here, set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen. Just dropping into a more centered place. And then drop your head over to your left side. Nice, easy neck stretch. You can set that intention to yourself, releasing stress, healing, strengthening, whatever that is for you. Switch sides, same thing. Good, drop the arms, a few circles of the head, one direction. As most of you know, we do these, if you're newer to us, we do these on a donation basis. So if you can, support our studio. that would be fantastic. Switch directions with your head rolls. You can go to 5pointyoga.com and you can sign up for your class, or you can click, there's a little link, scroll down, donation, or you just Venmo me directly. All that goes to the business. That's Teddy McDonald. Back to the center. Some shoulder rolls, forward and back, forward and back. Good. Opposite direction. Good. And then arms up from there. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, straighten the arms, stretch back. Stretch back here, breathe. I don't think I told you guys because Madison was, well, maybe I did say this yesterday, I forget. But I totally, running downhill yesterday, I ran lady face mountain, fold to one side, stretch. And coming downhill, there's normally this little section that's really soft sand and you can just kind of let yourself go, and it's not long, it's probably, I don't know, 30 yards maybe. But it's steep enough on the downhill where you can just let yourself go and you're not gonna fall usually. Well, this guy was coming up, switch sides. He was coming up that same lane, and you know, obviously I wasn't gonna say, hey man, move out of the way. So I'm hauling ASS downhill, and I go around him to the right and fully like slip and land and like crash like right on the outside of my hip. Thankfully it was not as soft as where I usually run, but so it's just a little raspberry. Scrape back to the center, lean back, take an inhale, fold down forward as you exhale, hang forward. But it reminded me of, I haven't crashed in a little while, and it just reminded me that an old adage from my mountain biking, early in my mountain biking days, are like, all mountain bikers are simply in between crashes. I was like, oh, that's, I guess that keeps you humble. So hang forward here, breathe, clasp the hand, or grab the elbows, drop the head down, stretch. Today in my talk, I'm gonna go and do a little talk for the Conscious Endurance platform, which will be live here actually as well. I'm gonna talk about getting uncomfortable, being comfortable, getting comfortable, being uncomfortable. Clasp the hands back, stretch the shoulders. This month the topic is endurance training. Interlace and fold and stretch. So there's a few things about endurance, being an endurance athlete, that, one more breath, stretch. Good. And then release the arms. Let's go ahead and take the feet wider than your mat. So go ahead and take them wider than the mat. So we get into the hips right away, bend over to the right side, sink down, inner thigh stretch on the left. So inner thigh stretch here, breathe. You know, one of the first big things about endurance athletics is just understanding that you're gonna be out there for a long period of time. Switch sides, same thing. What do you do with that information, right? Whether you're running, biking, swimming, you know, or doing all three. Suffering. It's basically a sport of, you know, pleasurable suffering. Maybe not so pleasurable for some. Switch back, other side. And this time, lengthen the upper body, sink down, take that right arm up. So you add the twist. Good, and then drop that arm back behind you. Lengthen the upper body, turn and twist. Stay in the hip stretch if you can. So bending that right leg, lengthen up, turn and twist and breathe. Oh, good, and then switch it. Same thing, other side. Lengthen the upper body, turn and twist. Keep this hip stretch, right, and breathe. And then drop that arm back. Lengthen the upper body. Turn and twist up. One more breath. Good, release it. Walk the feet back in just a little bit, so kind of still mat distance-ish. A little bit closer than before. Sink the hips down, press the knees wide, stretch. You can move a little bit side to side. I still have my knee thing a little bit. I was testing it out. It felt really good yesterday. Feels a little swollen today. Probably have to click it a couple times, but good news. Back is pretty much 100%. Knee needs a little bit of work. A little bit of time, but I think I'm going to be all right. Go ahead now, sink down a little bit more and push the knees out. Good. And then straighten the legs. Walk the feet back together. Bend the knees, roll your way up slowly. Abdomen really strong. Slowly rolling up. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, step back to plank. Since we're not going to do a ton of arms today, we will do our normal vinyasas and stuff, but for today, 5 times chaturanga, lower halfway. Press back up. Lower halfway. Push up. Halfway. Push up. Halfway, push up. 2 more. Good, drop the knees. Cat and cow tilts for the spine. So now a little bit of inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. A couple more like that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side. Shoulder and hip together one side. Shoulder and hip together other side. Couple more times. Good. Back to neutral. Right leg up this time. Left arm forward. Do a few things here. So right leg back, left arm forward. Roll the ankle in the back first. Good. From there, bend the leg if you can. Reach for your foot. Should probably. There we go. Reach for the foot and then go up higher. So that's a little bit of a quad stretch and hip stretch. And breathe. Good, and then release it. So leg back, arm forward, lift up again, but then hands down, bend the knee, circles with this leg. So open up to the outside, come around forward, and then make these big circles. And think about the hip socket So where your hip bone connects up into your pelvis. Good, a few more. Or one more. Good, same thing, other side. So left leg back first, right arm forward, hold it and breathe. Good, and then reach back for that foot. Oh, grab the foot, stretch the quadricep, little hip flexor, breathing deeply. Oh. Good, and then leg back, arm forward, lift it up first, then both hands down, bend the knee. Open the knee to the outside and bring it forward. You make these big circles with your hip here. Good, few more. Good. Downward facing dog. Come on up, tuck the toes. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Breathe. Switch sides and breathe. Good. Straighten both legs. Come up on the toes. Walk softly to the hands. Extend that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. So we'll go 3 rounds through sun salutation A. Arms up. Inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back as you exhale. First one easy. Drop the knees, lower down, gentle inhale, and then down dog exhale. Hold it. Breathe. Good, and then up on the toes. Walk, or you could jump forward. Extending that spine as you inhale, folding as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Keep it going, arms up again, inhale. 2 more rounds, fold down as you exhale. Follow the breathing halfway up. Inhale, step or jump back. And then gentle inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog, hold it. And breathe. Good, up on the toes again. Walk softly or hop forward to the hands. Halfway up again as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. 1 more round, inhale. Lift up. Exhale, fold all the way down forward. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step back or hop back as you exhale. All the way to the mat or halfway to chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. This time, right away, take your right leg up behind you and open up your hip, bend your knee, get a little side stretch here. Side stretch, keeping the arms straight if you can, breathing. Good, then square the hips. Knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrists. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side, twist, squeeze. Back and up. Forward up to your right side. back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Pause here. Stay on the fingertips. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just a couple more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to drop the back knee and do our little quad stretch. So from here, reach around for the foot. If you can't reach around for the foot, come forward and stretch your quads. Then just come up and sink forward and get a nice hip stretch. So this is totally fine. If you can take it a little deeper by grabbing this foot and sinking forward. Breathe. Breathe through the construction. One more breath. Good. And then warrior one. Release that. Turn the back foot flat down. Come on up. Warrior one. Hold it. Arms up. Shoulders relaxed. Breath smooth. Just one more inhale. Reach up. And then hands down to the floor. Exhale. Take the leg back, vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Good, left side, take it up behind you, right away, open the hip, bend the knee. Sometimes we open it, sometimes we don't. But breathe. Oh, one more breath. Square the hips, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee across to your right side. Twist. Back and up. Forward up to your left side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Right here, about 5 times. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Drop the back knee from there. If you can, you just come up, sink the hips forward, stretching this front quad and hip flexor. But if you can, reach around, grab that foot, and then you don't have to pull this foot toward your glute, but what you want to do is get this quadricep down, quadricep to stretch. I think that's one of the reasons my knee got wonky. Still, tight quads. Tight quadriceps always affect the knee negatively. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, if we don't pay attention to our body, then it will make us pay attention. One more breath. Oh, good. Warrior one. Drop that foot, turn the back foot flat down, come on up. Warrior one. Arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth, hips forward. One more inhale, reach up, and then hands down to the floor. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So we are just gonna do one sun salutation B, and then we're gonna move to dancing warrior a few times, which kind of helps get the hips moving a little bit more. So come up on the toes when you're ready, walk softly to the hands. Extend that spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. You can see the swelling. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms. Hold it. Whoa. 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 Breathing deep. Just a little bit swollen and unstable. But, I don't know, feels pretty good right there. Sink a little bit lower, a couple more breaths. And then stand, bring the hands together at the heart. Good, big full breath. And then sun salutation B, we'll just do one round through. Back to chair, inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step back, exhale. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right leg, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, deep bend in the front leg and reach up. Stretch. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Inhale, hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Hold it and breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat. Extend the shoulders, lift the tailbone, drop the head. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk forward to the hands, or you can jump. I'm just not jumping because of my knee. Halfway up. Then fold. Chair pose from there. Inhale. Stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. So we're going to move into dancing warrior, which includes warrior two. Back, forward. So there's a little bit more opening for the hips. So follow along. First one we'll take slower, medium, slower pace. Chair pose. Inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Halfway up as you inhale. Step back as you exhale. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side first. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Then warrior two, open up, exhale. So warrior two is a big change. Big change in the hips. So hips forward. Warrior one, and then hips open, warrior two. You got to change the foot position. Front foot, front knee, front thigh, arms up, shoulders relaxed, gazing forward, breathing deeply. Good. From here, back arm down, right arm up and back, stretch it. One more inhale, forward, forearm to the thigh, left arm over the ear. You can reach, you can also take this down to the floor if you want it. Down to the floor would obviously be a deeper bend in this front leg, which gets you deeper into the hip. Just keep a really strong back leg. Keep that back arch lifting, extend that arm, take one more inhale, and then come on back up, warrior two. Hold it. And then let it go. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side when you're ready. Take it up. Bring it forward. Turn the back foot, warrior one. And then open up to the side, warrior two. Breathe. Good, hold it here. Remember, you got that change in the hips. Shoulders relaxed. Now, back arm down. Left arm up and back. Stretch it out. One more inhale. And then forward. Forearm to the thigh. Maybe hand down to the floor. Lengthen that arm forward. Breathe deep, stretch. One more inhale. And then back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe. Great. Up on the toes again. Walk softly or jump forward. Extend that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Bend the knees, reach the arms. Inhale. Stand up. Bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale. Big full breath. Back to chair. Inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Halfway up as you inhale. Step back or jump back as you exhale. Vinyasa, we're gonna go 2 rounds, flowing through dancing warrior. So from down dog, right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Then warrior two, open up, exhale. Good, reverse warrior, back arm down, right arm up. Forward, right hand down, left arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog. Down dog, left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse it, inhale. Forward, left hand down, right arm reaches. Inhale, back up, warrior two, and let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk softly to the hands. Extending that spine as you inhale. Folding as you exhale. Chair pose from there. Inhale. Stand up. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good. Nice. Big full breath. Back to chair. Inhale. Chair pose. Fold down as you exhale. Halfway up. Inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Vinyasa, lower down, upward facing dog, and then down dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse warrior, inhale, reach back. And then forward, right hand down, left arm over the ear, reach forward. And then back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, down dog. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse warrior, inhale, stretch back. And then forward, left hand down, right arm over the ear, reach. Back up, warrior two. And let it go. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. So right here, we're gonna take a little pigeon pose. That was 2 times. So pigeon, step one leg, right leg forward. I gotta be careful on my knee. 30 seconds or so. I'm gonna be stretching the glute in the back. If it hurts your knee, then you're gonna have to just do reclining pigeon for a moment, but this is just a little bit of a teaser for what's coming next. Sink down into that outer hip. Couple more breaths. And then just switch sides. Switching sides. So have you become numb to the jackhammer outside? Or is it still distracting you? There comes a point where you're sort of like, oh, okay, yeah, it is what it is. And then when it turns off, and you say, oh, wow, wow, oh, I didn't realize that I had become numb to the jackhammer. But the funny thing is, that same sort of thing happens in life, right? People go around with pain, for instance, or suffering or anxiety, and they don't know that they have it until it's gone. And then they go, oh my gosh, I mean, I did it, right? And Lauren was telling us to move out of Malibu, out of our place right there. And then when we finally moved, I thought, oh my gosh, it was just busy and stressful in cars and, you know, commotion all the time. And we were sort of living in the midst of that on this particular corner, right? The place was great, but just right on that particular corner. And now we have a much quieter situation. So, always good to examine your life. Go ahead to downward facing dog. Stretch the legs. And then up on the toes, walk forward to the hands. Extend that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. So what we're gonna do for the next really 20 minutes, well, 15 minutes, is going to go from the outer hip. We did a little bit of front side, quad and front side hip, a little. We're gonna go outer hip and inner hip and kind of alternate between both. Start on your left leg, hook your right ankle on top of this left knee here, flex the foot, and then bring the palms together. And this, again, is for your outer right hip. So palms together, sit down, pull those hips back and breathe. Whoa. Arms up from there, a few more breaths. Keep stretching that hip, sink a little bit lower if you can. A few more breaths. And then slowly stand. Bring the feet together, palms together. Take a big full breath. Notice the shift and the change, just from being in a position, using effort, to then pausing and stopping and breathing. There's a whole energetic shift that happens. So again, just more awareness. Standing on the right leg, hook your left ankle on top. Flex the foot, palms together. Sit down into that stretch. Pull back. Breathe deeply. Arms up from there, a few more breaths. Yeah, good. And then slowly stand. Palms together. Take a breath. Notice the shift. Good. Same thing, first leg, maybe an arm balance if you want it. Otherwise, same exact thing. Starting back on the left leg, hook the ankle, flex the foot, bring the palms together, sit down a little bit in here. Oh, yes, yes. Arms up. That could be enough. If you want the arm balance, you gotta come down, set the knee into the tricep, other knee into the toes, really, foot, ankle there, lean forward, set the arms, maybe lift that back leg. Right, that's the idea on the arm balance. Otherwise, you're here. A few more breaths. And then slowly stand. Good. Bring the palms together. Take a breath. One more time. Other side, same thing. Hook this foot. Ankle, bring the palms together. Arms up from there. Reaching the arms forward, pulling the tailbone back, breathing. Maybe hook in here if you want. Set the hands, lean in, balance. Maybe take that back leg up. Otherwise, you're here. And then slowly release that. Very nice. Now, shake out the legs there for a moment. Just shake them out. Make sure. Yeah. See, I don't mind the crack, right? If I gotta crack my knuckles or my knees, that's fine. I just don't want pain, that's all. Palms together, vinyasa, arms up, inhale. Fold down, forward, exhale. Extend that spine, inhale. Step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right away, right leg goes up and open the hip, bend the knee. If it's okay for you, you're gonna flip your downward facing dog. Flip your down dog, push the hips up. Breathe deep, so you need a strong, stable arm here on the left, but push the hips up a little bit. Feel what it feels like to be you right now. Strange position. One more inhale, and then swoop it around. So both hands down, swoop that leg forward. And before we come up, let's go down. So right foot a little to the right, outside elbow down, inside elbow down. Breathe. Just a few breaths here. Good. And then come on back up. You're gonna turn the back foot flat. Come to warrior one, and then open up to the side, warrior two. And then we're just gonna basically take our reverse, our dancing warrior sequence and slow it down and take it deeper. So first here, warrior two, few breaths, sink a little bit lower. And then back arm down, right arm up and back, stretch. You know, I think that there is benefit. One more inhale, and then forward. We're gonna wrap the arms. So you can always do the half wrap, right? Half wrap is forearm to the thigh, left arm around this way, turn and twist up. That's totally fine. If you can do the full wrap, then that right arm goes back around and under, clasp and hold. Hey, lengthen, breathe. Let's do 5 more breaths. One more breath. Let it go. So hands come down, come up on the back toes again. Actually drop the back knee down first. Straighten your front leg. So depending, doesn't have to straighten. If you're tighter, this does not have to straighten. But it can. A few more breaths, and if you're more flexible, you can take it toward a split. I started to say that I think that there's benefit in understanding, the jackhammer was making me think of this, but there's benefit in understanding how you handle anxiety, and not just anxiety and stress, but change. Right? Change is kind of a bigger deal for people, I think, and I think bend that front leg, come forward. This time what I want you to do is bring this foot to the middle of your mat. So now we're gonna go more internal, like inside hips. So we did some outside, we did a little bit of that front, now it's internal. You scoot the back knee back. Notice that I got one hand on either side of the foot here. The foot is directly in the middle. If I was super flexible, which I am not, but if I were, then you could lengthen your upper body, bring that chin slowly down toward the arch of the foot. I don't know very many people who can do that without rounding the back. See, from here, I start to go down. I gotta round my back to get down there, but I don't want you to round your back. A few more breaths here. So ultimately what I'm referring to is a mindfulness practice. So when there is change or when there is anxiety, right, just that self-introspection and the self-reflection of, okay, I'm feeling this right now. That's interesting. It's just interesting. We don't have to freak out about it. And by the way, I say this to you and I say this to myself at the same time. It's a reminder for me. One more breath in here and this deep, deep stretch. Good, and then actually we're gonna take it right back. So come on up and then take it back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it out. But I find it a fascinating thing to observe yourself and the sort of automatic things that happen when a change happens. Right leg up behind you. Open up that hip, bend the knee. Oh, stretch it out. You know, and the little microcosm is, here with this jackhammer outside. I'm getting used to it, kind of going with the flow, and then all of a sudden, like now, it stops. And I can feel an energetic shift. Go ahead and flip it. Not to get too esoteric, but I can feel this little shift in the energy. Lift the hips up. It's like tense and tense and tense and tense, and then, all right. That's just a microcosm of life and situations in life. And one more breath. Come back around, swoop it all the way forward, drop the back knee, and let's go ahead into, oh wait, we gotta wrap the arms, slow, sorry. Turn the back foot flat, come to warrior one, and then open to the side, warrior two. We take this deeper on this side, and then we go down. Arms up, shoulders down, breath smooth. But how many of these other things that are happening in our lives, whether that's, our relationship or our job or, interactions with colleagues or family or siblings or kids or parents or, whatever it is, how much of that is anxious, like anxiety provoking in your life? And then what are you doing to build a less anxiety provoking life? Right? Go ahead and take this left arm, wrap it around. Oh, wait a second. I'm on the wrong leg. I gotta be on the left leg. Did we flip that left leg forward? Well, let's just switch legs to the left. I may have done the wrong leg. If I did the wrong leg, the second leg twice, I apologize. Too much thinking about being less anxious. Now take the right arm, wrap it around here, and then forward. This is your half wrap, so you can stay right here, or you can take this arm underneath the leg and flip it all the way around. Lengthen the upper body up, turn and twist up, and breathe. Good, lengthen, turn, twist, breathe, couple more breaths. Okay, now we come down and we drop the back knee, straighten that front leg, stretch. Doesn't have to straighten, you just want to get the hamstring stretch. hamstrings do connect up into your hips, so it's part of that whole hip socket that we're trying to spend a little bit of time opening today. But breathe here and soften. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday or the day before, I think it was the day before, and for those of you that didn't know, my mom passed away in October of 2005. And, you know, for the last 10 years of her life, she just did not have a good life or a healthy life. And she was, you know, had all kinds of different operations and all kinds of things. And she was in and out of the hospital on a pretty regular basis. One more breath, stretch. And then you're gonna come forward, you're gonna bring this foot to the middle of your mat, all right? Set the hands. And, you know, I should preface all this with, you know, I love my mom, and I know that she did the best she could, and she loved me to the ability that she could. But toward the end of her life, she you know, kind of got addicted to prescription drugs because of all these operations, and just didn't really help herself. And you know, I would get a phone call or a text and basically, oh, mommy's in the hospital. You know, she's coughing up blood, the ambulance had to pick her up, and now she's in the hospital, but they think she'll probably be okay. And this was a regular thing, like on a monthly basis, this would happen, right? And couldn't figure out what it was going on or why it was going on. It's probably just, you know, all these surgeries built up over time. And I remember the girlfriend I had at the time. I was like, oh yeah, my mom's in the hospital again. She's like, oh my God, is that, you know, is she okay? I was like, oh yeah, it's just kind of a, you know, it's like a regular thing with her. And she said, Ted, that's not normal. Like, that's just not a normal thing, you know? And it's true, it wasn't a normal thing, right? I don't really know anybody else that's having that right now, personally. But, you know, you just suck it up and deal with it. And so now that we're much more aware human beings, we don't have to suck it up and deal, right? We can figure out different ways to actually make our lives a little better. One more breath here, stretch. And then tuck the toes, step that leg back, downward facing dog. Oh, yes. Bend the right leg, push the left heel down, stretch it. And then let's see, so I have to end in a couple minutes. Let's go right to pigeon again. Pigeon pose. We're just gonna do about a minute or so on each side. And pigeon, no back bend today. Let's come on down, get that. Regular pigeon, you guys are in regular pigeon. I just gotta work on something here. There, a little one. Yeah, it's kind of funny. In there. But, so that is my assignment. Your homework assignment is to think about the different levels of stress that you may have that you've just decided are quote unquote normal. And to see if you can somehow, you know, I mean, maybe there's no way to get around them. Like, I couldn't do anything about my mom except for my own perception, my own reaction, right, my own internalization of the experience. So it was all about my, you know, how it felt and what it was inside of me. So if you have a situation that you can't change, that's outside you, how can you change the way you respond to that situation? It's your homework. Just examine it. You don't have to change. Right? It's your life. You can do whatever you want. Switch the legs. But if there are these layers of stress that we've just internalized or decided that they're okay, maybe they're not okay, and maybe it's just time to take a look again and decide that maybe it's over now. Maybe this is no longer serving you in a positive way, right? And one of the great things about the yoga practice is it helps us, but it helps us create this kind of awareness and introspection, thinking about these things, to hopefully make ourselves, our world, in a better place, right? Okay, that's good. Come on up. We're gonna do a quick Shavasana, just because I gotta get to my next session. So shake out the legs, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold forward, down, dropping the head down. Hold there a few moments. And then right away, just roll back onto the back. No shoulder stand. No, if you want to do that on your own, feel free, but I'm just going to pause here for a moment and really allow the experience to relax, to chill out. So physically, energetically, feel the spine, feel the hips, feel the legs. And then pull that right knee into the chest. Crack it if you need to. And then roll to one side, twist. Good. And then switch sides. Same thing. Pull it in. Twist. Perfect timing. Finish the jackhammering for a little bit. We'll see. Let's just take a few concentrated Shavasana breaths here. Of course, if you're home, you can stay here as long as you want, but we will otherwise come back and up to a seated position. So go ahead and roll to your right side and make your way up to a seat. And we'll just take this short moment to close, palms up, eyes closed. Nice deep breath. Getting to the point where we're comfortable just being who we are, regardless of what the situation is. We're just comfortable in our own skin. And so many of us, in different times of our lives, are not. And we keep searching for something outside when really the solution is right inside. The new jackhammer is my sign. Namaste. Thanks very much, you guys. Remember, support us, donate if you can. Otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, support your local businesses, and I will see you tomorrow for some yoga and high-intensity interval training.